Alright, let's try this out, see how this works. He's already shooting a wall before he even got to me. Okay.
And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew. Pew.
We did okay. Didn't do as great as I was hoping, but, you know, we did alright. Okay, so we got this guy here. Let's figure out where we're going to jog to. I'm going to move here, and then we're just going to shoot this guy up once we get to that position, or while we're going there. Let's do this with him. He's going to go straight up and just start attacking this guy because he's coming right at me like that. And then after that, then I'm going to see if I can hit this guy from here. Which I don't really have a lot of accuracy with that, but I just want to see how this works. So this isn't a bad idea for you just to test this out, see how this is going to work for you. So go ahead and try it. As you can see, like, he's moving down there, and I should have shot at the other guy up there. So this unit's crashing. They got enemies incoming here, which I got another guy right back there. So now we got to be a little more careful, right? So what we're going to do is I am going to run, and this guy's crashing, right? So I'm going to run and just play cover behind this guy. You see how I'm kind of pitting behind this other tank here? And I'm going to pop a shield here, and I'm going to do this while I'm moving over there. So I'm going to put a shield here. This one is going to come up here, and see if I get too close, I'm going to have this collision bubble pop up. You see this giant yellow greenish bubble here? I'm going to just not do that. I'm going to come to this position here, and then I'm going to fire. And since this guy's crashing right now, we're going to leave him alone. Well, actually, we're going to walk right through him, so we're going to probably take a little damage. Well, you know what? Maybe if that's not the best option, maybe we won't do that. So I'm going to right-click. You just move over this, and you just right-click twice, and it knocks out that option as to what you want to do. Instead, I'm just going to take care of business here and get this guy gone so that I can deal with other stuff. And then we'll just do this. Oops. That's my problem. I keep doing all that. All right. Anyways, let's try this out, see how this works. Kind of see how that played out there? Isn't that a little weird? Yep, that's a little weird. All right, so I am going to, because this is getting a little funky here, I'm going to pull up here. This guy's still alive. Kind of want to take him out. Don't want him getting advantage on me, so I'm going to wait till I move up here and then shoot there. So you kind of want, you can move your guy along to figure out the time as to when you want to do these things. You don't have to click it right away as far as like positioning is concerned. So trying to get a better position here. What I think I'll do is I'll come around this building, move over here, and then I'll attack this guy at this position. So it's 35. That's fine because he's coming around the corner. And we'll see what happens with that. Let's see how they're shooting through this building here. And actually the building blockaded me a little bit. That's not bad. Alright, so what do we want to do? We're kind of... Our left arm's kind of hurt. It's looking like we're not doing too hot right now. And... You know, it does sort of look like that. I'm going to pull back here. I'm gonna pull back here a little bit. Pull back here, and then once I'm back there, We're going to turn around and we're going to shoot at this guy. Alright, now our other guy here. I need to get position on this one dude. So I'll move out here. And then I want to hit this guy up. While we got 100%. And then we'll also do this. And then finish off the tank with what we can. So let's try that out. Okay, so this guy's still doing really well. So is this thing here too. This guy's coming around the side. My guy right here, who we still have set up, I think we should just keep shooting at him. Just keep that up. This guy here has got no legs left. We're kind of hurting a little bit, right, with this guy, right? So can he shoot through this building? Well, to some degree he probably can. But I'm going to move in such a fashion that he can't get a great shot on me. And then we'll just finish this guy off here. Okay, he broke the building. And that can happen too. So he broke the building, right? So now I'm pretty well... I'm kind of hurt. You know? Looks like he wants to hit me at some point, but you see how I'm moving around. He won't shoot me at certain positions. So I'm just going to pull back to here. And then we're going to try to fire at him from this position here. We'll try to get a little bit of damage in there. Now my other dude, since we already have an approach on a fire, I'm just going to shoot him at this point. And we're just going to try this out. Alright, I want a good shot on him. And I also want to do this when he's close enough. So we're going to switch it up. We're down to 1 hit point each. We're at a very, very low hit point. I'm going to try running. See if we can run out of the path here. And see if we can just kind of get away. And then we're going to try this out. I'm going to put a shield on him while we run. And we'll try this out. And we got the victory here. So, as you see, this can happen, and you can have some really tight positions where you might go down, you might lose a Wanzer, something like that. You might lose a Walker. We got very close to losing the Walker there, but we did it, guys. We did it. I've got some other battles I want to show you too. I think I'll just get to the point of showing you kind of what it's like to move around and restock and sort of the point of the game. You're really trying to conquer little pieces and parcels of land until you get a giant chunk of it, kind of like you're playing Risk, and then you move in and out and you keep destroying more artillery and army, enemy army units until you can conquer this entire land. There's a whole story to it. You can cover the story and all that, but I'm sure you'd probably want to read that yourself. So I'm going to leave that to you to see, but we'll cover a little more parts of this, and it'll be kind of fun to see. You're going to see this right afterwards, so I'll just include this in this little tutorial here. But you can see what you can collect. You guys really up here, we hover over this 0 to 65, what you can do. Sites can store equipment and resources that can be covered at no cost. There's some of these things to supply, plus 100 are just a free bonus on top of that. And then you got these little baubles here, these little buttons you can press on the top here. And what it says here, enemy units can also yield loot. Recovering them will cost points from your salvage budget. So you have a salvage budget as far as what you can salvage. how much of it you can salvage, so you got to be kind of careful. What I like to do right off the bat, just to give you all the goody info right away, is if there's a new gun you never had before and you see this number here and it shows like a higher number than before, or it's a green or a blue part, you know, versus the gray in here, you might want to consider that. Pressing, let's click this here. You'll get to see what's going on here. The weapon is worth recovering. Left click here to take it. Okay. Alright, so you see this little check mark that happened here with that. That means we're going to keep it. Recovering parts will use up your salvage budget with destroyed parts costing more to recover, but not everything is worth recovering. Yep, it's kind of true. Alright, so we have 15 on 65. We can go to the middle, which will just sort of salvage the part, which will give us salvaged bits, and you need those salvaged bits to upgrade your base and to build other things too. So you're going to need some salvage pieces, but for the most part what you want the most is, you know, the basic thing itself. And you can only have certain units at the start. You can only have, I think, 2 or 3 guys. Later on you'll find a way to build more. I'll explain that later on. But we're going to take as much as we can. I want a mixture, and the secret that I wanted to say right off the bat is what I want to do is I want a mixture of everything. I want a torso, I want an arm, probably 2 arms, and a leg. And I want to find the best parts as I can. Everything else I can just salvage. And if I find a new gun, I definitely want the new gun. So we got an assault rifle. We'll take that, see how that works out for us. We got the torso, the arm. We got another arm. And then we got a leg. But we're over on our leg. So we got 2 arms. So I'll just go to salvage with this other arm. So I'll just take 1 arm, 1 leg, and 1 torso. Although you do need 2 arms, 2 different arms. Not like, well, actually it is like Front Mission. What am I saying? So we're going to go confirm the salvage. Alright, base of operations. Okay. My customization is now begun. Click here. And this is essentially how we edit our stuff. So you can do all this editing. It shows you the gun. Shows you what you could click on, what you could upgrade to. There's a lot of UI in here. I'll try to help you understand some of this. So if you double click, it automatically changes the gun there. I'd rather get off the tutorial so I can actually look at myself. But so we got Longbow, who's going to be an assault rifle guy. We can go to the assault rifle 1, but as you know, 1s aren't going to be good as 2s. It's going to be based on colors and numbers. So green, for the overall look of it, it's going to be the best. Blue will be the second best, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's the way it is. Green's best, blue second best, and then gray is just average. But if you want to know the groupings as far as the levels are concerned, 2 is better than 1. Any number higher than that's going to be better than that. I know it's very simple. And then there's going to be other types of parts. So we're going to have Elbrus, we're going to go to an arrow, we're going to go to some other kind of parts later on, and they're all going to have different kinds of things attached to them. They really are. Like if you hover over this, it says R1 standard reactor. So it has a reactor. It tells you all these extra things that it can do. You can change those out. You can salvage a part, take out the core bits, and swap them around, which is probably the better idea. But I don't want to get into a full tutorial as far as customization goes right now, because I think I could do better once I have more parts to play with, to show you, and then we can really see a lot more from there. So I'm just going to sort of finish it off here. If you want to see, you know, kind of what's going on with here, there's different screens as far as UI is concerned. Here's the inventory. You can click on that, you can click on that. Highlights for salvaging, so this is salvage menu there. Here's your menu, here's your pilots. You can check on your pilots here and see if they're any good. Really, numbers are the thing. Higher the number, more hit points. You can change a name, you can change a look, all that kind of thing. We'll touch base on that later. Click back on the world, scroll around, see what you're going to do. This is essentially the enemy territory we need to conquer, this little red ringed area here. and then the rest of the world we're gonna go and do later on. So that's pretty much that right now. I'll cover all the units and stuff later, because it's gonna get pretty heavy. But don't worry, once you play with this for a while, it'll all just be second nature. It's not going to be too difficult. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, do something, help the channel grow. I'd love to see you in the next video.